and simple. I'm going to jump right into the standings so everybody knows where we're at. Obviously, we're just going to go straight to the AFC. And look at the AFC North. Mounties, Aviators, Cougars, all 2-1. The Beats are 1-2. And we are 3 weeks into the season. Going to the south, Armadillos still remain undefeated. Bison 2-1, Dreadnoughts 1-2, Voyagers 0-3. Still very early in the season, so anything can still happen. Hell, the Voyagers could end up going 13-3. Nothing I can do about you wanting to be traded, Mr. P. The Voyagers have a owner. His name is Vernon Quinn, so he decides on his team's depth chart and the players on his team. If he desires to trade your player, he may. If not, that's how it is. Well, okay. Like and dislike who you wish. Alright, Wizards 3-0, Bulldogs and Steamers both 2-1, and the Shamrocks sent 1-2. And going to the west, you got the Elks and the Red Dragons, both at 2-1, with the Riverhogs and the Miners 1-2. 16-week season. Season has just begun, so again, anything could happen from here on out. We're going to go and take a look at where each team stands statistically. I'm not worried about player stats just yet. We're going to look at team stats. I'm going to go to the AFC. And we're going to go to total offense. There we go. Armadillos are number 1. Bulldogs 2. Dragons 3. Bison. Aviators. Cougars. Mounties. Steamers. Wizards. Beats. Voyagers. Miners. Riverhogs. Dreadnoughts. Elks. And the Shamrocks. Shamrocks the worst team in the league when it comes to offense. Not good. So right here, you got the Voyagers, number 11, 0-3. So they're doing something right, at least. Let's see who's the number 1 pass offense. Oh, the Armadillos. Yeah, and then Quinn would have to talk to another owner, and they'd have to work out a deal. And all I can say with something like that is good luck. Because you never know what these owners are doing. We've got a lot of good, smart owners in this league. They're not going to just jump into trades, but your character is technically a rookie, so he would pique some interest from some owners for sure. Look at this. Voyagers have the number 3 pass offense in the league. Wow. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. So the Elks have the last ranked pass offense and they're 2-1. That means they've got to have a hell of a defense. Alright, Red Dragons, number 1 rush offense in the league. Then the Bulldogs, the Mounties, Bison, Elks. There it is, Elks last, and they're this high. Steamers, Wizards, Armadillos, Shamrocks, Aviators, Dreadnoughts, Beats, Cougars, Riverhogs, Miners, and there's where the Voyagers are struggling. They need a running game. Offensively, if they can get a running game, maybe they'll be in business. So right there's something Vernon Quinn could be looking into. And I would say you're crazy. Vernon has made at least 2 player acquisition moves each week to improve his team. He's constantly on the waiver wire trying his best to figure out how to build the team. So he's been trying. It hasn't been 100% successful, but you know, he's trying. Well, let's go check out the defense. Total defense. The number 1 defense is the Mounties, Steamers, Elks, Armadillos, Cougars, Red Dragon. Oh, there's the Voyagers. Since we're talking about Voyagers here, a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th best total defense. Maybe the running game is where they're hurting. It happens. Bulldogs, Wizards, Dreadnoughts, Riverhogs, and all this here. Bison, last ranked defense in the league. Yes, Vrolsky, you didn't get hired by the Shamrocks. #1 pass defense belonging to the Steamers, Elks, Mounties, Voyagers, Cougars, Armadillos, Wizards, Red Dragons, Shamrocks, Riverhogs, Redknots, Miners. And there's the Bison. Rush yards allowed. Wow, the Mounties have only given up 168 rushing yards in 3 weeks. That's good. I think this is where the Voyagers also suffer. They're looking to have a stronger rush defense. Yep, they're dead last against the rush, where a player like you, Mr. P, could help. They have been lacking linebackers. You joined the team, so you could be the guy. Week 3 just ended, Broski. Week 3 just ended. Look at that, only 2 sacks. There's a problem. 2 sacks and no interceptions by the Voyagers. The Wizards have 16 sacks to lead the league. That's crazy. Interceptions, I think in Bison. Yeah, Bison's got 6. That's wild. So guys have an idea of where they need to improve their teams and things of that nature. And since you're mentioning it, Broski, no, not Broski, Mr. P, since we have you here, I'll show you what I'm talking about when it comes to the Voyagers. Why I said you are a major upgrade for them. Linebackers have been a struggle for him. So there's Shaquem Perry, he's an 80. And they got 77 backup, which is actually not bad in this league. And then there you are, 82. This was the starter. This guy right here, Grant Tucker, was the starter. And you are now right there in the middle as the starter. And then Jason Scott, 74. You are a major upgrade. Ah, crap. I can't change the faces or nothing like that, because that's just too much effort that I have to put in, because this league has over 80 players. If I took the time to literally change the face of every player, we'd never play games. We would just be seeing me update players. Plus nobody sees it anyway. Okay. Improved team. Let me show you guys the free agents. I'll show you the top 7. I'm not scrolling beyond what you see on the screen. So owners, these are the free agents. You have 24 hours. Technically less than that. You have until tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. 9 a.m. tomorrow morning Eastern time to submit to me any waiver wire moves you wish to make. So if you want a quarterback, these are your top 7 options. Moving on, here's your top 7 running backs. Next list, fullbacks. Yeah, he's the owner. Each team has 1 owner and players. Wide receivers. Some depth at wide receiver available. Some younger players there. So I expect some of these guys to get interest. And I will show you guys the waiver wire so you guys know who comes first and second and so forth. Wow, Lorenzo Roten much better than the next guy on the list. Left tackles. These are your only best left tackles available. Depth is not there for most of these teams, so you gotta do what you gotta do and get what you can. Left guard. Center. Here's your right guards. Cliff Madden could possibly be an upgrade for somebody. Right tackles, hardly anything available. Each week I will go over the NFL teams that are still in our league, so to speak, and I'll be dropping some of their better players from time to time. And then you got AJ McGowan. I don't expect him to remain on the free agent market this week. I'm assuming he's going to get picked up. Same here. And here's the thing. Voyagers, I know, are number 1 on the waiver wire, so they're going to get first dibs on any player they want. And each week, he's been upgraded. Yeah, so is that right outside linebacker as well. He's got options, I'll tell you that. Free safety. Strong safety. Mitch Patterson's not going to be on the free agent market after this week. He's just not. We got the kickers. We got the punters. Now, I'll show you the order and which teams are going to get first dibs and not. So everybody's aware. I need to go to standings. And again, it's going to be the best team to the worst team. Oh, there we go. Alright. Honestly, I'm not sure, Broski. I'd have to look. I'm actually going to write this down myself on a piece of paper so I have it. Got the Voyagers. They're going to have the number 1 pick, so they get the first dibs of anyone they want. Then the Shamrocks, who's the next worst team in the league, followed by the Miners, Riverhogs, Beats. And I will tell you this, Mr. P, so just give me a minute. I'll explain it to you here in a second, what I'm going to tell you. You could be interested. You could be interested. So just give me a minute here so I can write this all down. And then you can tell me what you think. Mounties, Dragons, Elks, Armadillos, Wizards. Let me make sure I didn't miss nobody. Alright. If the Dynasty Football League is something you're fully interested in, here's what I got for you, so you can be aware. Oh, going the wrong way. Now, as you can see, your player is a middle linebacker. He's the 5th guy down on the list. 5th guy on the list. So, let me go to this team, the Bisons, and go to their middle linebacker. Terrence Sharp can be traded right now. Okay, right now I can do it myself without Vernon's permission, and I will explain. Terrence Sharp would go to the Voyagers and your player would come to the Bison right now, no problem. Or go to the Miners. J.P. Parsons can be traded to the Voyagers right now and your player traded to the Miners. And the reason why is the Miners and the Bison both have ownership openings. If you want to be fully dedicated to the Dynasty Football League and want to run a team, none of this co-owner shit. I'll give you your own team and you get to play for your own team. And since you take over ownership, I send the best player at your position to the Voyagers to get yourself. So again, J.P. Parsons would go to the Voyagers, or what's his name, Terrence Sharp goes to the Voyagers. Either way, and you get to take over the team. I'm not going into the full details of the team. What's this, what's that. We're basing it just off of these middle linebackers. This way it's fun, fair, and realistic. So if you would like to run a team yourself, you tell me that, we'll make the move right now, and then we'll show you what your team's all about, and then you can make any changes you wish to your team, depth-wise. No. I know on paper, the Miners are the 3rd worst team in the league, and the Bison are the 8th best team. So they're 8th. You got the 8th worst and the 3rd worst. Now, do you want a team that seems to be doing all right, or do you want a challenge? I like where this is going. I feel like I'm on a show. Let's make a deal. Well, the Voyagers. The Miners are 1-2. The Bison are 2-1. So do you want a team that's already winning, or do you want to see if you can turn the Miners around? Now, obviously, you see their colors. They're orange, blue, yellow. And the Miners are also blue and yellow, except they don't have the... I can show you their uniforms, I believe. This way you can see what they look like. There you go. Here's what the Bison look like. You can make a decision based off of this. Yeah, week 3 is over, James. You played an NFL team, so you got the default win. So the Aviators got that win. There's your Bison look. I do like that look. It's freaking sweet. But that's also because I'm a fan of Syracuse. Now I'll show you the Miners uniform, which I honestly kind of like it too. It's simple and basic. I think that's why I like it. And there's your Miners. I just like that mustard or mustard green. Yeah, mustard green. Wow, that mustard yellow color on the helmet. I just think it's neat. It pops. But hey, this is your choice. I'm looking for 2 owners. If you want to be an owner, I'll give you a team right now. Give you a chance. So which team you feeling? If you want it. Miners? Bison? Yeah, I think it was my daughter's phone in the background. That's hilarious. Alright, so we're going to do this. I'll show you the Bison's team as soon as we make the trade. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta make sure I take the Voyagers team to do it. Let's do it. Alright, you will be the official owner of the Bison, effective right now. So I gotta make sure I do all this for everybody's team too. Upgrade all their players. Actually, let me upgrade them first just in case it screws it up. And when I upgrade the players, we hit the upgrade all players with triangle and let the computer auto do it. This way there's no bias on who's doing what. So I hit free agents like an idiot. Alright, you have, so you know then, Mr. P, you are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're the 9th team on the waiver wire. So 8 teams will get to pick up players before you. So I'll show you your team, and then you can see if you want to make any moves. Oh no, it's just going to be a clean swap, 1 for 1. That's how we're going to do it to make it fair. You're losing a middle linebacker, so they're sending you him. And then we're going to go over here to the Bison. And then I'm going to send you their middle linebacker. See? Middle for middle. Simple. Yours is less cap hit, younger, so you get the benefit of it, but we're just going to make it fair because this is ownership and our league comes first. Boom. Done. Now I'm going to go to your team, since you're now the owner, and you can look at your team. This is the first time we've had to do this during our weekly report, which is kind of good. Hopefully we can do it again with the minors real soon. Indeed, indeed. We'll get in here and we'll upgrade everybody's team here soon. Alright. Here is your team, and then you know what you need to go possibly upgrade or not upgrade. There's your quarterback, Kyle Young. You know who Kyle Young is. Yes, it is Kyle Young, Young Samurai. That is your quarterback. You see the hyphens before and after his last name? If you see that on any player's names, they are real players. They are legit real players. Like Tony Walls was just a player created in the game. No big deal. Nice thing is with Tony Walls, if Kyle goes down, you actually have an 80 backup, which is pretty impressive. So you're pretty much set at quarterback. At running back, George Gershwin Jr. is a real person. 96 speed on this guy. He's a fucking burner, man. So you got a rookie starter at quarterback and a rookie starter at running back, which is pretty good. Fullback, believe it or not, is just as good as anybody on the free agent market. So you really ain't going to get nothing better. And he's 92 speed for a fullback, which is ridiculous. Wide receivers, you may be able to make a little upgrade here because after all, Tony Walls plays the 5th receiver spot if you got to go 4 5 verts and shit. So making a waiver wire move for one of the wide receivers you saw earlier could be a thing. And to make waiver wire moves, all you do is send me in order the players you want to pick up, and I go down the waiver wire list. If he's still available when it's your turn, I give him to you. Now, the second guy on your list doesn't come to you by default. Basically, the first guy you write down is for the first run. So I go 1, 2, 3, all the way to 16. If the guy you want's gone, I go right by you. The second name you put down is the name I go to when we run back through it the second time. And then the third name will be the third time, and so on and so forth. Tight ends. This right here, Ricky Smith, is the best player on your team. Unfortunately, he's got 9 years of experience. He may be retiring soon. You never know. But he is the best player on your team, and he's a hell of a blocker. And he catches the ball. Alright, going to the line, which is very important. Clearly, you need to upgrade left tackle. One of the things that is hurting the Bison. And I got a decent left guard in DeAndre Martin. He's 1 year of experience, so he could be developed into a beast. He's also a team captain. Center. Oof. I expect the Bison to make plenty of waiver wire moves here, which is cool. I want to see this team develop. Right guard, I like Jay Harvey, 4 years in the league. Right tackle, 78, Jeremiah Andrews, 3 years in the league. So your line's pretty much young. It's just a matter of building it up a little bit. The team's actually young. Double checking these wide receivers quick. What are the top 2 guys? Yeah, 3 and 2. So your team's very young. Going to left end, Manny Mitchell. He's a rookie. He could develop into something. So that's not bad. Darrell Beasley, right end. Defensive tackles. Trey Bryan and JJ Andrews. I'm expecting Mr. P to send me all kinds of waiver wire moves. I love it. Just send them to me on Facebook, Twitter, Skype, wherever you reach me. It's absolutely cool. Leroy Brown, rookie. He's already leveled up to an 83. All rookie human players were 82 to start. He's already up to an 83, which is pretty good. And then your guy just upgraded to an 82. Look at that in the middle. I gotta put hyphens on your guy's name, so I gotta remember to do that. So I'm gonna put hyphens on the last name. Once I go off the air, I'll do that. So you got two rookie linebackers, and then Ed Madsen at the right. Sheesh. Corners: Corey Turnbull, Arnold, Widmer, free safety Steve Sullivan, and strong safety Henry Edwards. So that's all your players except for kicker and punter, which I'll show you. 72 and a 67. Now, everybody's always worried about what their depth is, our salary cap is. So the only way to do that is go into improved team, and I'll set up a trade just so guys can see what it looks like for each team. Alright, now you'll see under your team it says team needs, left tackle, middle linebacker, center, roster size, and there's cap room for each team. So the Bisons are at 93.2 ton of cap space. Armadillos 53.7. Aviators 4.68 million. Oy, not good for the Aviators. Beats are at 44.7. Bulldogs 48.8. Cougars 7.94 million. Dreadnoughts 16.8 million. Elks 27.8 milking. What the fuck am I saying? Million. Wow. Milking. Oh boy. Miners 87.5 million. Sheesh. I would agree with all of that. Mounties 26.7. Just watch the video back. Write down the players you're interested in and send it to me in order. The most important to the least important. Dragons 9.17. Ooh, another team struggling with cap. Shamrocks 31.2. Steamers 6.2. Boy. Voyagers 48.5 million, and the Wizards are the last team with 19.1. So what I should do is go back over that. Kind of getting guys messaging me wanting to pick up people. I can let them know. Yeah, can let them know exactly what they have in money. Okay, Armadillos 53.7 million, and they're actually an undefeated team, so that's good for them. Aviators 4.68. Don't mind me, I'm writing this stuff down. Beats 44.7. Bulldogs 48.8. Cougars 7.94. Yeah, some teams are short. Like, look, let's go over that. We'll go one by one. Armadillos are 50 of 53. That's how they're saving money. 52 of 53 Aviators. Beats 51 of 53. Bulldogs 50 of 53. Cougars 51 of 53. Dreadnoughts are actually where they need to be. The first team having the full roster. Elks 50 of 53. Miners 49 of 53. 49 of 53. Mounties 52 of 53. Where the heck? There they are. Red Dragons 49 of 53, and they have low fucking cap space, so that's probably one of the reasons why they don't have players on their team. Riverhawks, perfect. But again, they need cap space. Yep, same thing. People see these rosters. 31-2 for the Shamrocks. If they want to pick up players, they can. They want to trade players, they can. Steamers, 6.2 million. Oh boy. They have a full roster though. Voyagers, 48.5. And then of course the Bison, 93.2. And I'll say that right there, that is the highest cap space available, I think, of any team. It is. So Mr. P, you got the most cap space to play with. So, alright, owners, make your waiver wire moves. If you're interested in possibly working a deal, working a trade with anybody, all you gotta do is get a hold of me. If you want to look at a certain team, let me know. We can go over it privately, and then I can submit the offer to a team. So, well, it'd be cool to see somebody take this Bison's team and do something with it. They're 2-1, so you have an opportunity to really make them successful. So, but that, ladies and gentlemen, is your week 4 report. You have until 9 o'clock tomorrow morning to submit all your moves. Any moves that come in after 9 o'clock tomorrow will have to wait until week 5. So, get them in as soon as you can, possible, whatever you want to call it. We'll go over it. I'm still debating what I want to do this weekend, because today is the Storm pay-per-view. For those of you who forgot, the Storm pay-per-view is live today. Tomorrow I'm doing absolutely nothing except adding free agents to the team. And then Friday and Saturday I can either do Warzone and Storm, or I'm going to do the Dynasty Football League. And right now I'm leaning towards the Dynasty Football League since the pay-per-view had just ended. It'll allow me and Ed time to plot ahead for the next Storm and Warzone shows and create some hype for it. So, in the meantime, already taken care of. So, I'm going to wrap this video up. Please get me your moves as soon as possible. Until then, we're out of here.